Yes, guys. Welcome. How's everyone doing? Hopefully you can hear me okay. Let me know if you can hear me, guys, and see me okay. Let me just get my audio. Yeah, my audio's all right. Yeah, big up everyone. Hope everyone's doing well. Welcome in. My first video in a few days. Obviously, I've not been very well, which some of you might know about. Feeling a bit better today. Feeling a little bit better. Body still hurts like mad though. My ribs hurt, my stomach hurt, my back hurt. I haven't got a lot of energy, so yeah, it's yeah. Big up everyone. Appreciate it. Big up Scottish Bear, who's on live at the same time. I didn't know it. I went after Sam finished, so I didn't know if anyone else was live. Might be why the numbers are a bit low at the moment. That might be a reason as well. Who else is live, man? Big up John in the chat. It's been a while, man. Big up Jen. Big up Ali. Big up Booger Boy. Big up Mr. Conway as well. Big up Honesty in the chat. Oliver. Helsinki in the chat as well. Big up, man. Hope you're all doing well. Big up, everyone. Hope we're all doing good today. Hope we're all doing... I need a new mouse, man. My mouse is effed. My mouse is absolutely effed. But yeah, big up, everyone. Oh, yeah, I am. It's Fozzie live as well. No, it weren't. It weren't just that. It was other things as well. I can't go into right now. But yeah, big up everyone here. Hope you're all doing good. Hope we're all doing good. Oh man, I'll tell you what. I'm absolutely shattered. I ain't gonna lie. I am knackered. My body's killing me, man. My body is absolutely killing me. But we move. Got stuff to talk about. After this, I am on my Big Up channel as well. So make sure you're joining me on my Big Up channel after this as well, because I'm going to be live on there where we're going to break down a little bit more stuff on the transfers and look at some more stuff in depth, which you can't do on YouTube without getting copywritten and blocked and losing your channel. So make sure you're joining me on my Big Up channel after this show as well. And yeah, much love. Be out, Leon. 25 times in the last 48 hours, Leon, is the answer to that. That's how many times I did. 25 times in the last 48 hours. Yeah, it's not been good. It's not been good. Big up my man Doug in the chat as well. Hope you're doing well, Doug. Hope you're doing well. Oh. Too much action last night, Jamie. No, I wish, man. I wish. I haven't been very well at all for a few days, man. Not been very well at all. Yeah, I threw up 25 times in the last 48 hours, Leon. At least that. Yeah. At least. My whole body's sore now. Like, all my ribs, my stomach, my chest, my back. Yeah, it's not good, man. It's not good. It's part of that, Leon, yeah. It's part of that. Big up Sammy in the chat as well. Big up my man. Hope you're doing well. Big up Scottish Bear. But yeah, part of that. But it weren't pretty. Let me just put it that way to you. I've not really eaten anything in 2 days either. No, it weren't that, Cam. It weren't that. I can't go into too much now. Oh no. Hang on. Do you just for the sake of it. Why not?
Wow. Wow.
AI's got to stop, man. AI AI has got to stop, man. Why did that just come up on my Twitter feed, man? What? AI is dangerous, man. AI is dangerous. Oh, dear me. Today's news: Newcastle deletes Alexander Isak's social media post aimed Liverpool transfer speculation. Oh man. I was thinking, you sure you didn't get COVID? Sounds like you feel mad hot too. Yeah. I got it's part of that and something else as well. Helsinki. That was yeah, man. That was AI has got to stop, man. AI. I can't even laugh because it hurts, man. I can't even laugh because it hurts. Right, guys, let's get big up Daryl as well. Big up Bruno. Make sure you're hitting the like buttons. Make sure you're hitting the share button. Make sure you're hitting the subscribe button as well before we start as well, guys. So, yeah, let's get the likes up as quickly as we can to 100 likes as quick as we can. Subscribe and share and all that beautiful stuff as well. Big up Midnight Toker, big up Richard as well. DJ in the house, Cam J in the house, Ali in the house as well. Hope you're all doing good. So we've got a lot to talk about, obviously. It looks like Kerkez passed his medical. Big up Sadio. You just woke up. No, I am ill as shit. That's why I haven't done my hair, but I need a haircut, so I can't do shit with it, man. I can't do shit with it. I just don't feel too well, man. I wish I just woke up, man. I wish I just woke up. So yeah, we've got lots of transfer stuff to talk about. The Magnificent Three have signed Kerkez, Wirtz, and Frimpong. That's what I'll be calling them from there on. The Magnificent Three, you know, they've all signed. They're in the door. Who's next? What's next? We're going to look at sales as well, and we're going to talk. But first, we're going to talk about some Konate situation that I see everyone talking about at the moment, and big up Helsinki. A lot of people are talking about at the moment this Konate situation, and this Konate situation is it's an interesting one. It's, you know, what do you do with Konate? Is he worth the contract some people want to give him? Is he not? Do you keep him this summer? Do you sell him this summer? Well, let's break it down. So let's talk about 𝐬𝐢𝐠𝐶𝐞𝐫 Konate first. But as I says, before we do that, make sure you're hitting the like button, share button, and subscribe. So Konate. Konate. I've got a weird thing with Konate because everyone thinks I hate Konate for some reason, although I really rate him. It's a weird thing. Maybe I don't rate Konate as high as a lot of people do. You know, a lot of people, you know, rate Konate really highly, and rightly so as well. I'm not going to tell people how to, if you rate him or not. I rate him. I think he's a good defender. Yeah, I think he's a very, very good defender, in fact. And I want to keep Konate, as I've always said. I want to keep 𝐬𝐢𝐠𝐶𝐞𝐫 Konate, yeah. But for me, I do think we overrate him slightly as a fan base. I think we do overrate him slightly as a fan base. You know, I always hear people talk about he was just as good as Virgil van Dijk last season or the year before, and he was on a level playing field and all that. That's just nonsense. You know, Konate is nowhere near the level of Virgil van Dijk. Konate is an extremely good defender that I want to keep. Big up, Scraps. But Konate is an extremely good defender that I want to keep. Because I always say this, yeah. I think Varane at his days at Real Madrid was an exceptional centre back. But Varane never looked as good when Sergio Ramos weren't standing next to him as a centre back partnership. But Sergio Ramos still looked very good no matter who his partner was because he was the better defender and he was the better leader and the better communicator. So he's the better centre back, all in all. But that didn't mean Varane weren't a tremendous centre back in his own right. It just means he weren't as good. And that's what I feel like that's what I look at with Konate a little bit with. So Virgil and Konate together are tremendous. Yeah. You put them as a partnership. I think they work extremely well together and one of the best centre back partnerships around for the way Liverpool want to play. Liverpool play with, with adamant of risk in their game because they go into games trying to win them, not just to not lose. So Liverpool are more attack minded from a footballing point of view. Yeah. So they're not sitting back in a low block or anything like that. They're trying to play. They're playing higher up the pitch. The centre backs are trying to play. Konate's trying to play football. Virgil's trying to play football. You're playing higher up. They're both pacey. They're both quick. They're both aggressive. They're both strong. They've got everything you want as a defender in the game. But as a partnership, they can't contemplate each other beautifully. Virgil makes him better. He helps Virgil out in situations. And they're two very good. As a partnership, I always said it, they're great together. They're great together. But Konate on his own is a very good defender. I just don't think he's a world-class centre-back. Right? This is just my opinion. I don't believe Konate is a world-class centre-back. I honestly don't. I just think he's a very, very, very good centre-back. I just think they're a very good pairing. I just think they're an exceptional pairing. Together, Virgil and Konate are a world-class pairing. But then I can put Virgil with Joe Gomez, Virgil with Matip, Virgil with Quansah looked okay. Do you know what I mean? Because Virgil's the outlier here. Virgil van Dijk is the outlier. Virgil's the top of the top, the best of the best. No matter, we never complain about Virgil is partnered with everybody, and everybody that partnered Virgil looks better because of it, and we don't look that bad. Like, I could really run 10 games of Quansah, who, by the way, I think is a very good footballer. Go and watch England's under-21s if you don't believe me. For Quansah's a very good defender, yeah. I'm glad we got a buyback clause on his contract, which we'll talk about later. But Virgil and Quansah for 10 games, but if Quansah's in the right mindset and got the right attitude, in my opinion, Quansah and Virgil could run it for 10 games quite easily. Quite easily, yeah? Because Virgil's the outlier here. And I think Konate is a wonderful talent, as I keep saying. I'm not dismissing Konate as a footballer. People, when we talk like this and have grown up conversations, yeah, because this is YouTube and social media and all that bollocks, yeah, if you're not bigging up a player that everyone loves and adores, that means you're a piece of shit, or, oh, he doesn't know what he's talking about. Why are you talking bad on? I'm not even talking bad on anyone, yeah. I just think Konate is a very, very good centre-back. For me, individually, he's not a world-class centre-back, but paired with Virgil van Dijk as a pairing, they're a world-class pairing. Now, you might think this don't make no sense because how can you be a world-class pairing without being, you know what I'm saying? But I'll go to that Varane-Sergio Ramos thing. Sergio Ramos was always the leader, the captain, the man at that centre-back partnership. And Varane, when he was partnered with him, looked world-class and above everything. But when Sergio Ramos was out of it, Varane just weren't that guy. You look at Arsenal with Saliba and Gabriel are a very good partnership. They're a quality partnership. But as soon as Saliba hasn't got Gabriel around, who's the leader, the talker, the communicator, Saliba doesn't look that world-class centre-back that everyone talks about. Do you know what I mean? That's what I mean by it. That's what I mean by it. So I think that's why the club, because we're talking about a contract extension for Ibu. By the way, I've said it many, many, many times. I would give Ibu, if Ibu's only asking for 200 grand a week, I'd give him 200 grand a week, because to get a player like Ibu in your team, if you're going down that same road, again, that's the sort of partner you want for him. You're probably looking at eventually giving someone that wage anyway. But why is the club? What's happening with this situation? And we have got to make sure. Ibu did say, big up 𝐿𝐸𝐿 in the chat. Ibu himself did come out and say, don't believe everything you hear in social media, which is a fair point. Ibu's making a fair point there. You can't always believe what's happening on social media. But here's the big up Rasta crowd, big up everyone in the chat. You got Dave as well, man. And you can't believe everything you read on social media about players. You just can't, because players will, it's all bullshit most of the time, what people are reporting and all that. And we just, as like what we are as YouTubers, we have to talk about it and decipher it and see if it's bullshit or not. It's our job. But there must be something in it, because he's not signed a new contract yet. So Konate's telling us not to believe everything out on social media at the moment, but at the same time, Konate still hasn't signed a new contract yet, or an extension to his new contract. So obviously, there's an issue around the situation why he's not signed a new contract. You have to break it down. What is it? What are Liverpool holding back on that Konate's not happy with, that he doesn't want to sign? Or what is Konate's demands that the club are not happy on, and that's why he's not signed? It's got to be one of the two. There's a situation somewhere where something's not meeting. There's a situation somewhere where something's just not meeting right for either party, and we're not getting a deal done. Now, what do I think Konate's worth? I think Konate's worth 200 grand a week. I wouldn't really go much more on that. I think Konate's a 200 grand a week centre back, and that's what Konate should be given. It'd be his second contract at Liverpool. He'd be going from 75 grand a week to 200 grand a week, which is a massive increase in his wages. Yeah, huge increase in his wages. He's still got a partner with Virgil van Dijk. He's still young enough at a good age where in a couple of years' time, in 3 years' time, if he's still at Liverpool, he's going to get that monster wage after that. Because if everyone's going, now you should give Konate 250 to 300 grand a week. So what happens in 3 years' time when Konate wants another new contract? What do you do then? Give Konate 400 grand a week? Or do you just sell him? There's got to be a point where you go, it's like Virgil deserves to be on 350 grand a week because he's Virgil van fucking Dijk, yeah? He deserves to be on 350 grand a week, right? Virgil waited a long time to be on 350 grand a week. We're not talking about Virgil's been on 350 grand a week for the last 2 years. He's only literally been on it, 3 months? 3 months, 4 months, whatever it's been. Yeah, that he's been on 350 grand. Before that, he was on 200 grand, yeah? So Virgil was on 200 grand a week before he made the jump to 350. And we gave Virgil the 350 because he's Virgil van Dijk, the best centre-back in world football by none, yeah? Who would make I could play alongside Virgil, and I reckon I'd get through a 90-minute game. Do you know what I mean? That's Virgil van Dijk. That's the quality of him. Konate can't, for me, go to 75 grand a month to 250. Do you know what I mean? It doesn't make sense, because Virgil was on 200 or 220 for like 3 or 4 years. Then Konate should go to what Virgil was on previously, which is around that 200, 220 mark. Yeah? Because I don't get this big I put, if he's holding out for 250 over 250 or 250, 270, 280 grand a week, I would not give him that deal. That's me. If I was Richard Hughes right now, I look at Konate and go, you're an extremely, extremely talented centre back. You're one of the top centre backs in the world. You're not world class. I know people come at me for this. I don't think Konate is world class yet. Could he get to world class level? Of course he can. If he can go again next season and the year after that, it's extremely high level, world class, no doubt about it. By the way, I don't think there's many world class. Before anyone comes at me, who's world class then? I'm going to be honest with you right now. I don't think there's many world class centre backs in the world right now. I think some of us might actually agree with that in the chat. I actually don't think there's many world-class centre-backs around right now. I actually think Virgil is probably on the mountain top on his own right now. Don't think there's many that get round him as good. Now, is it Liverpool's fault that some clubs give defenders who are not that good massive contracts? No, it's not. What? Because because you got Man Uniteds and the Arsenals, and it's just mad that they gave these massive contracts to players not that good. That Liverpool got to do the same. What? How was the scarce flake you had at the parade, Jay Phillips? Potent or what does that mean? DW9 clam feet. I don't know what that means because I was with my wife, my friend. I was with my wife, and my children. So you're gonna have to explain yourself there, my friend, because I have no idea who was that scarce flake you had. I have no idea what you're chatting about, my friend. I was with my wife and kids, man. So I have no idea. VVD's and Matt Rushford defenders, exactly. Big up Shankly, man. Be honesty in the chat as well. Are you sure now we are linked with 𝐸𝐲𝐸? Some fans are saying 𝐸𝐲𝐸 is better. We meant sniff. Oh, right. Got ya. Oh, he meant the nose candy. The nose candy is what he meant. That's fine. I got you. Jesus Christ. I was like, what the hell? Oh, man. I wish. None of it was going around, man. Look, I'm too old for all these. Like, guys, if you want to say something to me in the chat, just tell me. So back in my day, that would mean, like, how was the scarce flake you had at the pro? Like, that would mean some bird, yeah? Back in my day. Just come out and say it, man. Do you know what I mean? Oh, man. I don't understand today's language, guys. I'm really sorry. I don't understand today's language. I don't get out of my house that much. Do you know what I'm saying? Big up ends in the chat. I don't get out of my house that much. I don't understand today's. My kids tell me stuff all the time, like, and I'm like, I look at them dumbfounded, like, I don't know what you're chatting about. Do we talk English anymore? Oh. But big up everyone. Big up my man Enz in the chat. Big up 𝐞𝐫. Don't forget to subscribe to Enz's channel. Don't forget. I think Enz is almost on 4K subscribers. It's 220 people with. Not all of you are subscribed to Enz right now. Please go and subscribe to Enz. He's almost on 4,000 subscribers. So mods in the chat. If you could put Enz's channel link in the link of his channel in the chat. If you could link 𝐞𝐫's channel in the chat as well. And then, guys, hit the links and go subscribe to these people. 𝐞𝐫's almost on 4,000 subscribers. So make sure you go and do it. We all talk with emojis now. So the Egyptians did it first. Then we went like hundreds of thousands of years, got to learning English, and then we've gone back to the Egyptians. Is that what you're saying, Ins? With the emojis? Is that what you're saying? Yeah, true, Don. Yeah, do you know what I mean? CD said, I thought he meant woman. I was thinking that's mad. That's what I'm saying, CD. I'm an old man. That's what I thought he meant. But he meant nose candy. No, I hear it. No, I didn't have any of that. Do you know what I mean? It's just crazy to me. Crazy. But big up everyone in the chat. Look, Konate, I'd give Konate 200 grand tomorrow. If Konate's asking for 200 grand a week, I'm not sure what the club are too worried about. You're giving him what Virgil used to be on. And then if Konate stays with Liverpool the rest of his career, then he'll get close to Virgil's contract the next time around. So I'm not sure what Konate wants right now because it's going to be speculation because none of us know. I'm not going to sit here and pretend I've been told that Konate wants this and that. I have no idea because it's not It's not for the public to know. It's a private conversation between him and his agent. But we can speculate because that's all we can do. And if the speculation is 200 grand a week, then I'm not sure why the club are dilling down in with it. Why they're not thinking he should be worth 200 grand a week. I'd pay him 200 grand a week personally, but it's not my money, is it? You know what I mean? It's not my money at all. And but yeah, I'd pay him 200 grand a week. Yeah. And Mark Guehi, look, I think Mark Guehi is an excellent centre back. I think he's an excellent centre back. Now, do I think he's as good as Konate? It's hard to say because he's been playing for Crystal Palace. How does Mark Guehi look playing for Liverpool, doing the Konate role? It's hard to say right now until we see it happen, yeah? But I do think Mark Guehi is an excellent centre-back. I've seen a lot of bullshit online, yeah? A lot of bullshit online, right, about Mark Guehi's not this good, Mark Guehi's not that great, and all this crap. Because he plays for Crystal Palace, yeah, he's not fashionable, yeah? Mark Guehi's a good centre-back, man. He's a talented player. Extremely talented centre-back. He's fantastic with the ball. He brings the ball out well. He's got that lovely long pass of his, that lovely long cross over the top, like Virgil's got. He can play out from the back with the ball. He's quick. He might not be the best aerially, dual contested in the box, but you got Virgil there for that as well. You got Konate there for that. I think he would be an excellent acquisition. He's also got leadership skills, so he's been captain for Crystal Palace. You know, he's a good leader. He's a good defender. He can play with the ball. You know, for me, this is... Ends is like, give Konate 400k a week, man. Ends is like, see Virgil on 350. That's up at 400 for Konate. Big up Ends. Again, it's not our money, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm with Ends. I'm with you. I think Gay's a very, very good centre back. But because he plays for Crystal Palace, he's not getting the recognition he deserves. He's England's best centre back, in my opinion. He'll probably be England's number one centre back, especially if he goes to Liverpool. I think he'll eventually get that number one centre back position for England. You know, he's a talented player, but I can't sit here right now and go, is he better than Konate? Because I've not watched him do what Konate does in a Liverpool shirt in the way we play. That's what I need to see. But I do think he can give us, if we got a Mark Guehi and go, right, he's got to come in for 10 or 12 games because someone's injured. I'm not going to sit here and go, oh, I'm really worried now for the next 4 weeks or 5 weeks because so-and-so's injured. I'll be kind of calm because I'm bringing Mark Guehi in as that replacement for a 5-week spell. Yeah, I'm good, man. I'm good because I know he's an exceptionally good defender and let's roll with it. You know what I'm saying? So that's how I look at it right now. But also, I've seen some people say sell Konate this summer if he doesn't want to sign a new contract. Sell him this summer if he doesn't want to sign a new contract because we can't go into next season like we went this season with Trent and Salah and the Virgil situation. My issue with that here right now is that if Liverpool sell Konate this summer, you've got to go out and get 2 A-level centre-backs to come to the football club. So I'm all right with Guehi coming to the football club, by the way, from Palace, 35 million, right, last year of his contract. Perfectly fine with it. Exceptional bit of business. But then you've got to go and get another an A-level centre-back as well. Otherwise, we've only got 3 centre-backs, and we're not going to win the Premier League for 3 centre-backs. Now, I don't believe in all this rotating centre-back stuff that I hear quite a lot of because I think that's a madness. People actually think Virgil's going to be rested next season. It's like why? You know, Virgil shouldn't play any League Cup or FA Cup games until the semi-final or finals. That's my opinion. If you want to rest Virgil at any time, rest Virgil for all the domestic cup games. Virgil doesn't need to play against anyone in the FA Cup or League Cup till semi-final, final, at least. And leave it there. Yeah. That's when you need our next thing. Otherwise, Virgil can play once, twice a week, even at, you know what I mean? It's just, yeah, fifth choice centre backs, man. What's the fifth choice centre back going to do? You know, just wait. Right, I've got to wait now for 3 injuries. You know what I mean? Like, they're never getting injured. I'm never going to play. Yeah, it's just, it don't make sense. Now, if you look at teams that have got more centre backs, yeah, well, let's look at it. Manchester City and Arsenal, yeah, they've got like loads of centre backs, but their centre backs play as fullbacks, especially Man City. Arsenal in the past, they got who's the right back they got originally? Ben White. Ben White was a centre back. Everyone forgets this, yeah. Ben White is not a right back, yeah, by thing. He is a centre back. They bought him as a centre back. They realised he's not good enough to be a centre back, so they made him a right back, yeah. And then they got Saliba and Gabriel. Unless they got injuries, none of them rotate. And when they do rotate, you got 𝐡𝐞𝐫𝐞 or someone like that coming in. They went and bought the worst Italian defender I've ever seen last season, and he's actually better as an attacker than he is a defender, and never bloody played him. Manchester City, you know, Manchester City just played their centre backs as fucking fullbacks all season, yeah. So yeah, Liverpool got 2 right backs. At this moment in time, they've got 3 left backs, and we've got 4 centre backs. How much more do we need? I just don't get it. We're always afraid of injuries, man. We're always afraid of injuries. It's crazy to me, you know, absolute crazy, because of that 1 year. That 1 year we lost all our centre backs. That one random year we lost all our centre backs, and since then we've all been petrified about not having centre backs. How many times does it actually happen? Honestly, how many times? How many times does it happen? Not many. Let's be fair here. Liverpool lost all their centre backs in that freak year, and everyone goes back to it constantly. It's very, very rare that happens, and you can't go and buy 5th and 6th choice. You can't go and buy 5th or 6th choice centre backs just because you're worried about that you're going to lose all your centre backs in one season. For me, 4's enough. If you've got 4 quality centre backs, if our 4 centre backs next season are Virgil, Konate, Mark Guéhi, and Joe Gomez, that's 4 as good as anything in the league. If you ask me, in our team, that's excellent depth in that centre back area. Excellent depth in that centre back area. And if 3 of them get injured in the space of 6 months in one season, then that's just a freak. It's just a freak thing. You know what I'm saying? It's crazy. It's crazy. I think we as a fan base are so drawn to the fact that we've had injuries or, you know, didn't buy people and all that we just sit here now like contemplating our lives all the time as Liverpool fans. You know, look, if you want a 5th centre back, if you want a 5th centre back, I'd actually get a defender that can play left back or something like that. Because I do think Robbo will leave and 𝐡𝐞𝐫𝐞 might leave. Although if 𝐡𝐞𝐫𝐞 stays, it's a bit more difficult to do that. Endo can play 5th choice centre back, you know, and before anyone starts, you put in square pegs in round holes and all that. Endo, for the majority of his career, has pretty much played centre back or central midfield his whole career. There have been these 2 positions. So you could play Endo there for a few games here and there. I think that's fine. Your 5th choice, if everyone wants the 5th choice centre back, do we all agree that they need to be a versatile centre back? Like, it's not their out and out position. They're either like an Endo who can play their midfield or centre back, or a left back who can play centre back. that kind of thing. Because if you just want to go and buy a fifth choice centre back, then he's never going to play. Like, he's just going to sit there. He's never going to play. You know, and how good's this fifth choice centre back going to get? I mean, do we all live in this world where everyone thinks you can have five choice centre backs that are just all as good as each other, but there's no rotation at centre back? I mean, like, when are these guys going to play? It's not how football works. Do you know what I mean? It's just not how football works. And everyone keeps going to me all the time, oh, look at Manchester City, they rotate. No, they don't. This myth, this myth about City rotating all the time is so untrue, man. It's so untrue. It's so untrue. It drives me mad. Look, Hato. Like, a lot of people said Hato would be a decent fifth choice because he can play left back, yeah? But if you go and get Hato, then that means we have to sell both left backs. So Robinson and 𝐸𝐸𝐶𝐶 Robbo and 𝐸𝐸𝐶𝐶 would have to leave this summer to get Hato in, because otherwise Hato's not going to play games. Because he can be backup left back and fifth choice centre back. Where if you're keeping a 𝐸𝐸𝐶𝐶 and you've got Kerkez who's here now, and you buy Hato, and we don't sell any other defender, then Hato's not going to play football. Unless you get Hato instead of 𝐸𝐸𝐶𝐶. Unless you do that, you know, unless you go and do that, and that's the only way I can see it happening. We've got to be careful that you don't want to, look, this might be weird. This might be a weird thing to say, but you can't have too many players. I know people are about to freak out at me right now, yeah? I think Scraps will know what I mean by this. You can't have too many. You can't just have this massive squad. It don't work. Massive squads in football don't actually work like people think they do. What happens is you just have loads of players doing nothing. You have loads of players in your squad that you're paying wages to that do absolutely nothing on the pitch. And you're just wasting money. Yeah, Joey G can play across the back line. That's why I'd keep Joey, honestly. Like, really, I would keep Joey G. If 𝐸𝐸𝐶𝐶 does leave, if we sell Robbo and 𝐸𝐸𝐶𝐶, if we sell 𝐸𝐸𝐶𝐶 and Robbo, then I'm with everyone here. Yeah, go and get Hato. Look, I've not watched much of Hato. A lot of people seem to absolutely love Hato. I'm going to say it right now. I've not watched a lot of him, yeah. But apparently a lot of people have. Yeah, Bruno, 19 players is enough. Easy, Bruno. Yeah, easy. If you go and get Hato, that's your second choice left back and can play centre back, and then we're good. We're good, yeah? We're good. Because then you've got a fifth choice centre back if needed. You've also got Endo still at the football club as a sixth choice centre back. So we're covered in that area of the pitch. But look, I've seen people like say sell Konate this summer to go back to the Konate thing. Hell no, right? Konate is on 70 grand a week, right? I think Liverpool Football Club would be stupid to let Konate go this summer. You just won the Premier League with that as your centre-back partnership, right? Buy Mark 𝐬𝐤𝐸 in, if you can get him done, and I think Liverpool really rate him. I think Liverpool really rate Mark 𝐬𝐤𝐸𝐸. We've been linked with him for a long time now. We've linked to him last summer as well, Mark 𝐬𝐸𝐸. We've been linked with him for a while. Bring Mark 𝐬𝐸𝐸 in. I'm absolutely fine with that. But Konate has to stay because you just won the Premier League with these guys. Konate, as much as I'm saying he's not world class, Konate and Virgil together are world class as a partnership. It's one of the most feared partnerships in around as a centre back combination. Yeah, you can't just go, oh, let Konate go this summer. You know, we're going to fill the boots. No, you got to keep him, man. We want to go and win the Premier League again next season. Yeah. So keep Konate, keep Virgil, go and get Mark 𝐬𝐸𝐸 from Crystal Palace, keep Joe Gomez, let Robbo and 𝐡𝐞𝐫𝐞 go and buy Hato. He's your second choice left back behind Kerkez, your fifth choice centre back, and then we're good to go. We can rock and roll. We're good there, and we just go to next season. And then next season, if Konate leaves for a free, guess what? He leaves for a free. Yeah, I know it's going to piss people off. We're letting him go for a free again, but Liverpool, it would make financially more sense for Liverpool to keep Konate, to win the Premier League again and go high in the Champions League, and let Konate go for a free instead of selling Konate this summer and then going around everywhere at the moment to look for an exceptional centre back to come in and partner Virgil next season, and then buying Mark 𝐬𝐢𝐠 as well. So you got to buy two centre backs. It makes no sense financially. So I think Liverpool will be happy letting Konate go for a free the following summer, as long as Liverpool can go and win the Premier League again. For me, so I'm all right with it. I'm all right with it. I don't get why people are letting say just sell him. Don't make sense to me. Sometimes you got to look at it a little bit differently. Sometimes you got to look at it a little bit differently. What would we rather take, guys? Look, what would you guys rather take? Keep Konate for one more year, yeah? Keep Konate for one more year. We win the Premier League again next season. Go back to back, and Konate leaves on free. Or we sell Konate this summer. Maybe don't win the Premier League again, but we got a lot of money for Konate, and we got his replacement in early. And then we go again the following year after that, trying to win the Premier League. I know what I'd rather do. I'd rather keep the centre-back partnership that won the Premier League and go again next year. It's as simple as that, man. It's the Premier League title. It's a must. And then 𝐬𝐢𝐠, when he comes in, if 𝐬𝐢𝐠 is Konate's replacement, look, people are not going to like this, yeah? I'm all right with it. If Mark 𝐬𝐢𝐠 is Konate's replacement, I'm all right with it. Because I think people very much underestimate and underrate how good Mark 𝐬𝐢𝐠 is. But you're not allowed to talk about it because too many people have got Konate erections, man. They just have. And apparently there's no one better. And then people bring up Bastoni to me. All I ever hear, Bastoni. I was like, has anyone actually sat there and watched Bastoni? Like, honestly. Anyone sat there and watched Bastoni? Because I think Bastoni's one of these mythical dragons that people think really believe in and not as good as everyone thinks he is, personally. Yeah, see, Honesty's got it. That'd be what I want. So you can do it like Honesty says there. Get Hato in. Can cover left side, left centre back position. Yeah, I'm with you, man. I'm with you. But as I keep saying, guys, I'm not a Konate hater before everyone comes at me in the comments after the show. I like Konate, man. As I keep saying, him and Virgil together are world class as a partnership. But yeah. No, bro, Bastoni's easily top 3 centre-back in the world. He wasn't this season. He has been in previous seasons. He just wasn't this season. But I will say this, Christoph. I don't think there's a lot of exceptional centre-backs around the world at the moment. Do you know what I mean? I don't think there's a lot of centre-backs that are exceptional around the world right now. I don't think there's a lot of exceptional centre-backs. I don't think Bastoni had his best season this season. I think the season before that, I think he had a far better season, Bastoni. I think Bastoni had a tremendous season 2 years ago. Last season, I don't think Bastoni was tremendous. I actually think Konate was better than Bastoni last season. There you go. I think Konate was better than Bastoni last season. But guys, this is all about opinions, ain't it? That's what football's about. Some people rate other players better and more. Others, you know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I agree with that. And that's why I wouldn't let Konate go this season. Spain Kush. That's why. Be out, Kush. That's why I wouldn't let Konate go this season. It'd be mad to. Be mad to. 𝐸𝐿𝐸𝐸 is someone Liverpool are looking at. I know that for a fact. Right, another bit of players that are being looked at to sell is Harvey Elliott. So apparently there's a lot of news brewing up now. There's a lot of news. Exactly, Andre, man. Exactly. That's where we are, man. That's what I'm saying. Everyone's got their own people they like and stuff, ain't they? Harvey Elliott. Now, this is where I might be different to other people. I really rate Harvey Elliott. I think Harvey Elliott is a really, really good footballer. But a lot of Liverpool fans that I talk to are like, now Harvey's not about it. We need to sell him, yeah? B.R. Dean. Give 𝐸𝐿𝐼 what he deserves. Impossible to replace him. I don't agree with that, Dean. I think Mark 𝐸𝐿𝐼's nearer 𝐸𝐿𝐼's level than you think, mate. I think you underrate 𝐸𝐿𝐼 massively. I think he's closer to 𝐸𝐿𝐼 than you give him credit for. I like Elliott, man. I really rate Harvey Elliott as a footballer, yeah. But it is abundantly obviously now that Arne Slot don't rate him like we rate him. Arne Slot, he didn't play him last season. Let's put it this way, yeah. Arne Slot didn't play him last season, yeah. And we have gone and got Wirtz in and Frimpong in, who can play right back, right wing, and Wirtz plays number 10 or left wing, yeah? All the positions that Harvey wants to play in are being taken up now by new players coming into the football club. And last season, Elliott didn't play when we didn't have them players. So I just don't see Harvey playing, guys, next season. And Harvey needs to play football. It's not fair keeping a player. It's not fair keeping a player like Harvey Elliott, who is at an age now where he needs to play football, and you keep him just because he's a Liverpool fan. Do you know what I mean? That's just, you can't just keep players because he's a Liverpool fan. It don't work like that. You got to let players go. Harvey Elliott needs to play football. You've seen him in his Euro under-21s. You can tell he's a talent. He's a better talent than people give him credit for, as I've always said. But even me, as a big Harvey Elliott fan, I don't know where he fits in. I really don't know where he fits in. Absolutely no idea. And for that reason, if Liverpool can get 40 million quid for Harvey Elliott, I think Liverpool will do well. I really do. Harvey Elliott for 40 million at Brighton makes a lot of sense, because I don't know about you guys. I think Harvey Elliott at Brighton does extremely well. You look at the way Brighton like to play. They're about players that are being good on the ball, quick with the ball, quick thinking, move the ball quickly, sort of cultured-like players. Harvey Elliott would fit in there brilliantly at Brighton. And I think that's a good bit of business, and I think it's a bit of business that I think Liverpool should be getting on with now, letting Harvey Elliott leave, because I just don't see him. He needs to play football, and I rate the kid, and I think Harvey Elliott. Well, look, I think hopefully we do a buyback clause on Harvey. Personally, if we're going to sell Harvey Elliott, I'd like to see a buyback clause on him. I think, because I really rate him, and it's the same with Quansah. You know, Quansah's now gone to buy 𝐸𝐼𝐿𝐼 for is it 35 million euros? So just about 30 million quid, something like that. About 30 million quid. I for that money, firstly, that's great money. Liverpool couldn't down. I don't think Liverpool wanted to sell Quansah. I don't think we would. I don't think Liverpool wanted to sell Quansah. I like Quansah. I think you've seen him in the under-21 tournament already this summer, how good of a defender Quansah is. I think as football fans, we get really worked up on players that have got the sexy name, or if they're Spanish, South American, Italian, and you've never heard of them, right? I'm telling you, football fans are like this today. If you've never heard or watched a footballer, yeah, but he's got a sexy name, yeah, right. He's got a really good sounding name that people like the look of, right. They will go get him in, get that guy in instead of Gerald Quansah. I bet he's better than him. And they're like, how do you know? Have you ever watched him? Gerald Quansah's an actually very good footballer. I watched him for the under-21s this summer already, and he's as good as Gerald Quansah was better than every Spanish under-21 centre-back the other night, without a question. Without a question. Technically better, defending better. It was just a better centre-back than them under-21 Spanish centre-backs. But I can guarantee you right now, most Liverpool fan base would pick them two Spanish centre-backs over Gerald Quansah like that, even though they've never watched them or heard of them. Quansah's a good footballer, man. He's going to have a great career. And I don't think Liverpool wanted to sell him, hence the buyback clause. I think this is a player decision because Quansah needs to play football. He needs to play football. And it's a player-led decision. And I think the club just looked at it and thought, right, you're probably right. You're not going to get the game time that you deserve because, 𝐸𝐤𝐿 and 𝐶𝐫𝐞 are our number one centre-back combination. You've still got 𝐬𝐤𝐠𝐞𝐝 there. You're not going to get enough game time. You need to go and express yourself. We hear you. And that's why they put a buyback clause on him. And I believe the buyback clause is something like 50 million euros, something like that, which is a good price. I think Quansah's a talent, man. I do think he's a talent. He's still a very young guy. He's still a bit inexperienced. He's still a bit green. He's still a bit raw. You can tell that when he plays. But he's a proper ball. In today's football, what people want is a ball-playing centre-back. And that's what people want. They want ball-playing centre-backs. Ball-playing centre-backs. And, yeah, I think he's an exceptionally good player. And he's going to have a good career. I like him, man. 60 million, honestly. Big up. Yeah, I like Quansah. Shame to see him go, man. Breaking from Paco Sir and whoever that is. Real Madrid have set their price for Rodrigo, 90 million euros, 77 million quid. I'm going to get cancelled if I say what I think about Rodrigo. People will go mad, man. Yeah, geek to the back. Big up, man. He needs to play game time in a team without pressure. I agree. And I think you'll see the best of him. I really do. Liverpool are in a period of time where we don't need players that are project players. We need ready to go centre backs. Or ready to go footballers. That's what we need. And I think Quansah is just a few years too late for this Liverpool team. In my opinion, he's just a few years too late. If this was a few years ago, I think Quansah would get his chance. I really do. But yeah, Quansah needs to go on, man. And he's going to do bits. I'm telling you, he's a good player. Rodrigo is shite. No, James, you don't rate Rodrigo. I do rate Rodrigo. I mean, you'd be mad not to rate him. Do you know what I mean? I just don't rate him as highly as a lot of other people do. I'm pretty similar to Real Madrid, man. Real Madrid are willing to let him go for only 77 million quid. So Real Madrid rate Rodrigo, but they don't rate him as highly as a Vinny Jr. That's what I'm trying to say here. So Rodrigo on the left-hand side would, I think... Right, I'm going to say mad right now. You guys are going to go fucking bar me, yeah? You guys are going to go bar me because I've been... I think Luis Diaz... I don't think there's no difference between Luis Diaz and Rodrigo. as a left winger. There you go. I've said it. I've said it. I don't think there's no difference between Luis Diaz and Rodrigo as a left winger. Really don't. I really don't. And I think both of them are good footballers. I think both of them are good footballers. Again, I rate Rodrigo. I just don't rate him as high as other people. You know, I just don't rate him on like top. I just don't think. If I look at Rodrigo, and Luis Diaz as a left wing options, I don't think there's much difference, man. Does anyone else? Now, let's be honest in the chat here, guys. Let's be absolutely honest, yeah? Let's be absolutely honest. Does anyone, no trolling or anything like that, honesty here, do we actually see a lot of difference between Luis Diaz as a left winger and Rodrigo as a left winger? I'm just asking. That's all I'm asking. Is there this massive gulf of difference between the two? Because I don't even think there's that much difference talent-wise either. Because I think Diaz is talented, man. You know what I mean? Big up, Dean, in the chat. Guys, don't forget to go and subscribe to Fan Zone TV. Any moderators in the chat, there's over 300 people here. Could some moderator put a link in the live chat to Fan Zone TV, please? So go over there and subscribe to them great guys over there. It's tight. It is. It's not massive, is it? Do you know what I'm saying? It's not like Diaz is here and Rodrigo's up here. I think it's because Rodrigo's played for Real Madrid, and people get a concept of Real Madrid players, and they all must be this great. But I think if Diaz played for Real Madrid, I actually think Diaz would probably look similar to what Rodrigo would look like if he played for. Do you know what I mean? There's not. The only difference is, as Luis Garcia says in the chat there, is that Rodrigo's 23. If he's only 23 years of age and Real Madrid only wants 77 million for him, does no one see that as a bit of a strange? Does anyone see that as a bit strange? If Rodrigo's only 23, I didn't know he was that young, by the way. If Rodrigo's 23 years of age, if he's only 23 years of age and they only want 77 million for him, but Liverpool want around 70 odd million for Diaz, who's 28, 29. I don't know. I'm not totally sure. Again, people take, because everyone says, people take, like, you get comments like, oh, do you not rate Rodrigo? I didn't listen to any of your show, but I just heard you say Diaz is better than Rodrigo, which I never said. Do you not rate Rodrigo? That'd be the comments after this video. So, when have I not rated Rodrigo? Do you know what I mean? It's just mad. I just don't rate him that highly. Neither do Real Madrid. That's why they want to let him go. Yeah, go and subscribe to Dean's channel, man. I think Scottish Bearers put it in the chat. Big up Charlie with the super as well. What is going on with my mouse? I can't press anything. There you go. Big up Charlie with the super as well. It says, saying it now, 𝐞𝐞 is better than 𝐬𝐢𝐠 and Diaz is better than Rodrigo. I think we downplay our players too much. It's actually sad, to be fair. Big up. Big up my man Charlie. Big up my man Charlie. Dean, are you not a mod? I'll make you a mod in a minute, man. Big up my man Charlie there, because it's facts. Absolute facts. We always put down our own players, man. Always put down our own players. And I don't know why. Why do we always put down our own players? It's quite a mad thing. Yeah, Charlie. Great. All right. Why is Dean not on my? There we go. Let's get this. There we go. 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 Oh, fuck's sake. Any. Rodrigo's on 200k a week as well. Yeah, like, again, I think we can all appreciate that Rodrigo's actually a very good footballer, yeah? There you go. There's Dean's channel, guys. Make sure you go and subscribe to it. And big up Charlie with the big super. Much love to you, man. There's Dean's channel. Go and subscribe to it. You know what to do, guys. Hit that link. Subscribe. Don't get me on about 𝐬𝐢𝐠𝐽, guys. Jesus. I think 𝐬𝐢𝐠𝐽's got talent. Right. All these players have got talent. Rodrigo's got talent. 𝐬𝐢𝐠𝐽's got talent. Nico Williams has got talent. Luis Diaz has got talent. 𝐡𝐞𝐫𝐞's got talent. These are all talented footballers. We all be lying to say any of them are shit. Yeah, they're all talented footballers, right? But I look at 𝐬𝐢𝐠𝐽. Yeah, every time I watch 𝐬𝐢𝐠𝐽, right, when it's not international football, yeah, when it's club football only, right, 𝐬𝐢𝐠𝐽. You can tell he's got all the talent in the world. One week he can look just out of this world. The next week he can just look dog shit, right? Rodrigo, I've watched Rodrigo many times for Real Madrid. I've never sat there and watched Rodrigo and got off my chair and gone like that at whatever he's ever done. But I think he's a good footballer. Yeah, I think he's a very good footballer. But he don't get me out of my chair and go, "Oh my God, Rodrigo is that guy." Do you know what I mean? 𝐡𝐞𝐫𝐞 the same. Look, I think 𝐡𝐞𝐫𝐞 can go missing quite a lot in football games. But if I need a goal, I know 𝐡𝐞𝐫𝐞 can get me a goal. Yeah, he's more of a goal getter than he is like a dribbler, a take-on winger, that sort of thing. But he can give me something in return. Luis Diaz can give me a bit of everything. You know, that's where I put all this in, you know. And Real Madrid, as I said, think the same because they're allowing Rodrigo, who's 23 years of age, apparently 24, whatever his age is, a young guy, only leave for 77 million. When Liverpool are looking for 70 odd million for Luis Diaz, who's 28, 29. Yeah. I don't see much difference between them. I really don't. If Rodrigo came to the Premier League next season and Luis Diaz is still at Liverpool, I'd still say there's not much difference between the two left wingers. Honestly. I'm happy with both our left wingers, man. I don't care if Rodrigo goes to Arsenal. Really don't care. I don't think he does what everyone think he does. Yeah, Rodrigo's definitely scored some worldies, but as I said, so's Diaz, so's Cody. Do you know what I mean? They've all done it. They're all talented footballers. That's what I'm trying to say. 𝐬𝐢𝐠𝐽, Nico Williams, they're all talented. They've all got talent. They've all got the ability to play. But I just don't think they're exceptional at the same time. That's all of them. Jane, do you think Vinny Jr. is overrated? Yeah, massively. I think Vinny Jr. is extremely clutch. I think he's extremely clutch, you know, in cup finals and stuff like that. But as an overall talent, yeah, he's overrated. He is overrated. That's my opinion, anyway. I don't think anyone would be talking about Vinny Jr. that much if he didn't play for Real Madrid. If Vinny Jr. played for anyone else, would anyone be talking him up as much as they do now? And his international record is terrible for a player that's meant to be as good as he is. But he's extremely clutch. I ain't gonna lie there. Cup finals, Champions League finals, and all that. That guy turns up. I'm not pretending or lying there. In them situations, he comes clutch. But there's games when I watch him and think, he goes to a lot of games. Like we moan about Diaz and moan about 𝐡𝐞𝐫𝐞 and all these left wingers, yeah, that ghost a lot of games. Vinny Jr. ghosts a lot of games. Rodrigo ghosts a lot of games. They all do. I think 𝐡𝐞𝐫𝐞 is the best left winger in the world right now. There you go. I think he's the best left winger in the world. Is 𝐡𝐞𝐫𝐞. Sleep for us, says Jamie. Only rate Brexit ballers. Just said 𝐡𝐞𝐫𝐞 is the best left winger in the world, man. Yeah, that's very true. I think Rodrigo is a better dribbler than Vinny. I think Vinny's just more clutch and a better goal scorer. Look, I think there's three. I think when you look at wingers in the world, 𝐡𝐞𝐫𝐞, maybe Dembele. I know Dembele plays more through the middle right now. They're probably the best of the best around the world right now, in my opinion. That give you everything. You know, that give you a bit of everything. I think they're the best of the best. I don't know if we agree or disagree there. If you want to call, I'm still going, only because he plays through the number 9 right now. I still say Dembele is a winger. Dembele, 𝐡𝐞𝐫𝐞, Salah, and 𝐬𝐢𝐠𝐸 are the 4 best wingers that do everything, that can pass, can dribble, can score, can create. I think they're the 4 best wingers in world football right now. Newcastle in for Alanya. All right, let's get into this Isak stuff real quick. We're going to get onto the 𝐡𝐞𝐫𝐞 stuff. The Kerkez stuff in a minute. So Alexander Isak in Liverpool, for some reason, it's not going away. Like, there's still arguments there for both parties. And now, like my man Ants just said, am I cutting out? Let me look back. Let me look back at my thing. No, my YouTube's all right, Scraps. I weren't cutting out there. Let me just look back. No, maybe I was taking a dramatic pause. Maybe I was taking... Oh, Rafinha. Yeah, I forgot about Rafinha. I was just looking back on my YouTube. I weren't cutting out or anything. I don't know if it's YouTube itself, but I looked all right. It looked all okay. Unless I was taking a dramatic pause. Right, let me have a look. It might be some people's... I don't know if it's YouTube itself, but my YouTube's running okay. Nothing's cutting out. Internet's good. Everything seems all right. Hang on, let me just... let me see if I can just do something a minute. It might be... Right. Yeah, it might just be my settings. It might be I'm on 30 frames per second. That might be what it is. Hopefully it'll stop in a minute. What? Mine's fine. Honestly, guys, I'm watching my YouTube back and it's absolutely fine. Yeah, it's because it's on 30 frames per second. Oh, for goodness sake. Hang on. All right. Right, that's changed to that. Maybe that's better now, guys. Hopefully that's a little bit better. Let me know if that's a little bit better because I've just changed my thingy. I've just changed my for some reason. Let's have a look now. Maybe that helped. Yeah, my setting, that's it. It's working now. All good now? Scraps, how is it now? How is it now? Is it fixed? Is it fixed? Let me know. All good? Yeah, it's all good, yeah. It must be YouTube itself then. It must just be YouTube itself. Where were we? What were we talking about before that? What was it? What were we talking about before everything went down to shit? What were we talking about? It's fixed, yeah. Wicked, wicked, wicked. What was we talking about, guys? I can't even remember what we were bloody talking about. What subject were we getting next to? What subject were we getting next to before we started talking about the audio? I can't fucking remember. I can't even remember. I'm fine on mobile, but audio delay on TV app. Yeah, it's YouTube. Then that's a YouTube issue. Isak, there you go, Isak. Yeah, it's a YouTube issue more than anything. Then, guys, there we go. It's a YouTube. Guys, refresh your YouTube page. It might just be YouTube as well. It just might be YouTube. Alexander Isak. This is going to be an interesting one because the fact that Liverpool haven't gone for any other striker yet in the market that is available tells me that Liverpool still rate Alexander Isak as an opportunity to buy. Even James Pearce himself today, I believe, said that Liverpool still admire Alexander Isak, and if there's a chance in the market, they will explore it. Now, there's striking options out there that Liverpool could go and get quite easily. They could go to Napoli. We know for a fact now that Napoli, they want Núñez. That looks like that's a deal that could quite happen soon. That deal could get over the line soon. I don't think we want Osimhen. I was reading somewhere, I can't remember where it was, but it was an article by, I can't remember who the article was by, but they were talking about that what Slot wants as an attacker. He's like young, versatile forwards. And I'm looking at Osimhen, I'm thinking, Osimhen is what Osimhen is. Osimhen is just an out-and-out striker, plays off the shoulder, likes to use his pace in behind, gets one-on-one goalkeepers. That's what he is as a striker. And Osimhen's got a release clause. Now, Liverpool really wanted Osimhen before anyone got in for Osimhen. I think Liverpool would have moved for him by now. I really do. I think Liverpool would have moved for him by now. Now, EKITIKE is one that Liverpool like as well, but EKITIKE, Frankfurt have just put his price down, according to some sources. I don't know if it's true or not. Darwin Núñez could be going to Napoli. Isak to Liverpool. I don't. Oh, big up, then. Big up. There you go. We're back to normal. I don't see who Liverpool are after apart from Isak, guys. Honestly, I'm sitting here now thinking, Osimhen's got a release clause. If Liverpool wanted to do that and make sure it's done, I think they would have gone and done it by now. EKITIKE's apparently price has dropped to 65 million. They're probably keeping EKITIKE in their back pocket. He's like plan B. I honestly do think that. 𝐬𝐤𝐠𝐶 looks like he could be going to Arsenal. Benjamin Sesko's, I think, is a good footballer, but I don't think he's the right fit for us right now. And then you've got Alexander Isak, who I think Liverpool want. I think Liverpool are looking for the future. I think Liverpool want their two new superstars to take over their two superstars that they got presently. So Liverpool's two superstars are Virgil van Dijk and Mo Salah. You could put Alisson Becker in there as well, yeah? But at-field players, it's Virgil van Dijk and Mo Salah. They're on the superstar contracts, the superstar wages. They are the superstars of our team, like it or not. They've got 2 years left on their deal. I think Liverpool have gone and got 𝐸𝐻𝑇s this season because 𝐸𝐻𝑇s is that new. You know, you can replace Virgil van Dijk and Mo Salah without replacing the positions they play in. Yeah. So instead of finding the next Virgil van Dijk, which is impossible, they went, you know what, we're going to get 𝐸𝐻𝑇s. 𝐸𝐻𝑇s is our next superstar. He's the new next big superstar on the planet playing for us. Yeah. He's going to be here for years to come. He'll be on them superstar wages in the years to come. Yeah. Like Virgil is right now, like Salah is right now. And then they're probably looking at Isak and thinking, you know what, with Isak, you can't replace Mo Salah because Mo Salah's Mo Salah, right? But what you can do is replace what Mo Salah does, and what gives you in return is goals, yeah? So you do that with Alexander Isak. So Alexander Isak is your new superstar. So in one summer, Liverpool can sign 𝐸𝐻𝑇s and Isak as Liverpool's new superstars for the future that take over from Salah and Virgil in 2 years' time. They're your new superstars. So you replace them just in different positions, yeah? 𝐸𝐻𝑇s that superstar in midfield. Isak your goal-scoring superstar. Then you can go and buy a right winger that is just a right winger. That is a pacey, up-and-down right winger that can dribble and cross the ball, yeah? You don't have to look for a Salah-type right winger because you've got Alexander Isak there as your striker. That is your goals for the years to come. And I think that's why Liverpool are looking at him. And it makes sense to me. That would make sense to me. Honestly would. You know, and you look at the way Isak plays, you know, you watch him for Newcastle. Isak does like to drop deep. He does like to connect the play. He does like to link the play. Then he can get into position to score goals. He's got that pace in behind. He's lethal in front of goal. You know, I think it's that because, as you guys said about Osimhen, he's there. Osimhen is there to be bought. If Liverpool went in for Osimhen today, Liverpool get Osimhen quite easily. He's got a release clause. Osimhen's not turning down Liverpool. It's a transfer I think we could do like that. Quite easy, get it done. But Liverpool don't look like they're going in for Osimhen right now. Now, we're in phase 2 of what we're doing this transfer window, yeah? Phase 2 of our transfer window. Phase 1, Frimpong, 𝐸𝐻𝑇s, Kerkez in the door. The magnificent three. Phase 2 is Operation Sell the Players that Slot don't want. So Darwin Núñez, either Robbo or Tsimikas. Quansah's gone. 𝐡𝐞𝐫's going to go. Darwin Núñez is going to go. Once they have been sold, we will then go to phase 3, which is buying a striker and a centre-back. That's your 3 phases this summer. We don't do manager phases around here. We're not that club. We don't do phase 1, phase 2, phase 3, phase 4, phase 5, phase 6, phase 7, phase 8, phase 9, phase 10, phase 11 for our managers. Our managers come into the football club and win everything straight away because that's who we are. We have phases in our summer market. Phase 1, magnificent free bought in for less than 200 million. Phase 2, sell all the players that Slot don't want, gain some money back. Phase 3, buy a striker and a centre-back. And then we're ready for next season. And I think that's what we're trying to do. Big up 𝐸𝐻𝐸. Big up, man. And why? And here's another question I want answered. Why has there been no pushback on this Isak stuff? Guys, why has there been no pushback on this Isak stuff? Why? Look, the only people pushing back on this Isak stuff are Newcastle supporters, and rightly so, yeah? Because I would be pushing back if I was a Liverpool fan, if it was my player, yeah? So apart from the fan base who are pushing back, big up, Bob, big up everyone in the chat. Why is there no pushback on this Isak stuff? Why have we seen a zero pushback? Big up my man Bob in the chat. Big up 𝐸𝐻𝐸. Big up my man Ant as well. Big up Kingsman. Why have we seen zero pushback? No pushback. Newcastle fans, of course, we have, because Newcastle fans should be going mental. If it was Liverpool guys, we would go be mental as well, wouldn't we? Jamie, did you see that Newcastle want Elanga? Apparently, they want alternatives and 𝐡𝐞𝐫𝐞 as well, or 𝐸𝐸𝐿. There you go. Do you know the mad thing is, yeah? Liverpool could actually make Newcastle better by buying Isak. I know that sounds weird, because if we buy Isak for like 140 million quid, yeah, then Newcastle could buy a 𝐸𝐞𝐫𝐞, Elanga, 𝐸𝐸𝐿. Straight away, their team's probably better as a team than it is with Isak, because they can't buy all them keeping Isak in the team, in my opinion, because the Premier League won't let them spend like that, even though they got the money to do it. So, I'm just curious on this, because if even I heard a Newcastle, I've not heard anyone from the Newcastle media come out and say this ain't happening. There's no pushback on it. I've not heard anything from Newcastle side of things saying Isak's not for sale. This ain't happening. I've not heard anything from any English journalist, not just Liverpool journalist, any British journalist has come out and said this won't happen. There's been no pushback on it. I think David Ornstein, big up Sleepy Forest, David Ornstein said that Liverpool are eyeing Isak or EKITIKE. I think that's what David Ornstein said, which tells me Isak is their first choice and EKITIKE is their plan B. So EKITIKE is in their back pocket. They feel like they can get him if they need him, but they want to really try for Isak. Unless Isak himself comes out and says, I want to stay at Newcastle, which I would totally respect. If he says, look, I want to stay at Newcastle, I think we're onto something good here, I want to give him my loyalty and all that, I respect that. I'll be like, yeah, utter respect to you. Big up to you. Go for it, yeah? As much love and respect to you, you do that. But if he doesn't, and there's still no noise, I mean, Isak's agent, look, where do you think all this noise started from, guys? It started from agents. The media just don't pick up stories and run with it without a reason. They've heard something in the grapevine. And I reckon Isak's agent has just thrown a few things out there for some the journalists to pick up from and throw it out there to see what happens. Because you can't tell me Alexander Isak ain't looking at Liverpool and going, that could be the place to go right now, They're on the up. Just won the Premier League. Slot's doing bits. Virgil's staying for a couple of years. Mo's staying for a couple of years. Alisson's there. They got Mamardashvili coming in. They got Verts coming in now. They got Kerkez coming in now. They got Frimpong coming in now. Got McAllister there. Gravenberch there. Diaz there. This could be the place to go. I mean, and that's what agents talk, man. Agents talk. I agree with that as well. I think Isak could become. I think Liverpool look at EKITIKE like Isak light. Do you know what I mean? Like you got Coca-Cola and then you got Coke Zero. Yeah, Isak's Coca-Cola. EKITIKE's Coke Zero. Do you know what I mean? I think that's how Liverpool look at it. He's like Isak light. That's I think how Liverpool are looking at it. They want that profile of striker. Yeah, big up everyone in the chat. Big up everyone coming in as well. Hope you're all doing well. Yeah, he wants guarantees. That's why it doesn't do something. That's why it doesn't rotate. He didn't rotate last season because he weren't sure of the players that he had in his squad. So he didn't rotate. So that tells me that Slot, as Ant says there, Slot doesn't want these project-like players unless he's really sure on them. Otherwise, he won't play them. He wants players that are ready to go, ready to rock and roll. Yeah, man. It's exciting times, man. I think if Liverpool get any encouragement, for Alexander Isak, yeah, any encouragement, I think Liverpool drop 130 million on the table. I really do. I think they drop 130 million on the table for Alexander Isak. Liverpool spending isn't done this summer. They're trying to build a squad that will dominate for the next 5 to 6 years. Arne Slot wants to make this mark in Europe next season. There you go, man. I'm telling you. Klopp in Alisson's documentary, it was my absolute dream to sign Alisson. The interesting part is we were very close to signing for Kerr. And if we signed for Kerr, we don't have the money for Ali. Yeah, I've heard that story a few times now. So, yeah, it's definitely make Liverpool great again. Big up Scary Terry in the chat. Scary Terry's a mad name. Big up. 100. Big up 40-year-old Virgil in the chat as well, my man. 100 million plus Jota. Aye. I'm telling you, 130 million quid. If Liverpool get any interest, they feel like Alexander Isak is there and can be bought. I think Liverpool just throw 130 million down and go, all right, what do you want to do? How do you want to play this? Because the problem here is, yeah, if Isak does give Liverpool any encouragement that he could move this summer and Liverpool make a move for Alexander Isak, Alexander Isak is going to be like in a situation where does he go? Does he move? Does he not move? Like he's put in a really awkward situation there. So it's an interesting one how Liverpool are going to play this. It looks like it's Isak or EKITIKE for me, as I said right now. It looks like it's them two. 𝐸𝐤𝐠𝐞𝐝 as well. Apparently Liverpool like 𝐸𝐤𝐠𝐞𝐝. Big up Scary Terry. Liverpool do like 𝐸𝐤𝐠𝐞𝐝 as well, although he's not a striker, but Liverpool could play some kind of weird front three. Yeah, it's interesting. Big up everyone. Big up everyone coming in as well. If you just joined the show, just subscribe to the show. Much love to all of you here. Appreciate you all being here. I've got to get a new mouse, man. My mouse is shit. Big up Fake Pundit in the house as well. Yeah, guys, don't forget to hit the like button. What are we doing for likes anyway? I've not even looked myself, you know. What are we doing for likes around here? What are we doing for likes? We're on 170 likes. Big up, peeps. Much love. We can get that to 200. I'd appreciate it. Thank you very much. We can reach that to 200 by the end of the show. I'd really appreciate that, man. I really would. Big up, man. Like in the house as well. Yeah, 𝐸𝐤𝐠𝐞𝐝's more of a wide man, exactly. Unless we're playing some kind of funky free up top. You know, a bit like PSG do. I don't know. It's interesting how Liverpool might go about it next season. But look, Kerkez, guys. Looks like Kerkez is all but done. He had his medical today. I don't know when he'd be announced. When was 𝐸𝐻𝑠 announced? Was it 7 p.m.? Was it 7 p.m. the other day that 𝐸𝐻𝑠 was announced? I wonder if that's what that time Liverpool go do the Kerkez stuff. Around that time, 7 p.m. What we are now, 5 o'clock right now. Interesting. Kerkez is a wonderful left back for me. Great left back. I loved him all season. I actually thought he was I think he was the best left back in the league last season for me. I thought he was a fantastic left back. I watched him for Bournemouth and I was like, this guy's different, man. He's got that young Robbo vibe to him. He's up and down. You know, he's got a great cross on him. He's physically good as well. You know, he's physically strong. He's got that low sense of gravity. What he can do, he can score a goal. He's got a good shot on him. He's got a good cross on him. He's got great mobility, great athleticism. Yeah, he's a good left back, man. Around 7 or 8, Sky have said today. Yeah, hopefully it'll be soon, man. Hopefully it'll be soon. Because this start to our window is excellent. You know, these first three signings, Frimpong, Kerkez, and Wirtz, are just a different level. And I'll tell you what, Frimpong, I think we might have underestimated how good of a signing Frimpong was, you know. Because he was the first one done, and then we moved on to Wirtz. And Wirtz is Wirtz, obviously, he's the biggest signing of the summer. I don't think there's going to be a player that gets close to the signing of Florian Wirtz this summer, yeah. But I think we've underestimated how good Frimpong actually is. I think Frimpong's an absolute baller. It makes all the sense in the world why we got into what he does for us, the ability that he's got. Yeah, I think he's a fantastic, fantastic player, man. And he's going to help us out loads next season, especially against all them low blocks, man. Especially against all them low blocks. Apparently, the Prem ain't the best league, but ninth in the league. Bournemouth lost 3 out of the 4 backline, the PSG and Madrid and Liverpool. I know, Scraps, I know, but we're going to get hated upon if we go down that route. You know what I mean? So, guys, what else am I doing today? I'm letting you know right now. So, guys, this is me. Later today, I will be doing at 6 o'clock. I'll be on Big Up. Please come watch me on Big Up today at 6 p.m. The link is in the live chat right now. Make sure you go and press that link and follow me over on my Big Up channel if you've not over there already, because what we'll be doing over there, we're going to be watching Kerkez, Frimpong, Wirtz's best stuff. So from the last season, we're going to be watching all the highlights of Frimpong, Kerkez, and Wirtz from last season. We're also going to be looking at the strikers. So we're going to look at match highlights of Isak and of EKITIKE from last season as well. Why Liverpool identifying both of them as the main strikers. If people didn't know, on Big Up, we can show match highlights. We can't show match highlights, obviously, on YouTube while we're live because we get copywritten, we get blocked, and yeah, it'll be, you'll lose your YouTube channel, basically. But on Big Up, we can show match highlights. I can show match highlights for the whole hour of all these players. So, yeah. So make sure you come over to Big Up at 6 o'clock, guys. It's going to be great. What is it now? It's just gone 5 o'clock. So just under an hour's time. I'm just going to have a little refresh, a little drink, something to eat. Just freshen up a little bit. And we'll go for an hour or so on Big Up at 6 o'clock, guys. Link in the live chat. Go and press that link. And, yeah, go and press the link in the live chat, guys. I'd appreciate if you could do that. Go and subscribe to my Big Up channel. It's the only place as well where you can find the Vibes with Coppish show. So every Thursday night at 10:30, it's myself, Drifty, Matt, and Cal from Coppish. We do our own show all together, Vibes with Coppish. You could only watch that on Big Up. So, yeah, and plus, I've got some news for you, some breaking news that I can only tell you on Big Up at 6 o'clock. So you got to make sure you're over there for the big breaking news. Big breaking news at 6 o'clock on Big Up, guys. You've got to be there to hear it. Otherwise, you won't hear it. There you go. So make sure you get yourselves over there, guys. I'd appreciate it. So, yeah, live at 6 o'clock. Yeah. We can, as I said, we'll be able to do match highlights, show all the players. So, as I said, I'm going to show the Magnificent Three, what they did last season, and also looking at the strikers in EKITIKE and Isak. Looking at their match highlights from last season, looking at why Arne Slot might want one of them two as his main striker next season. So make sure you're doing that for me, guys. I'd appreciate it. So I'll put the link in the live chat one more time. Go and subscribe to it. It's easy to do. All you need is an email and a password, guys. Literally, all you need is an email and a password. That's all you need. So, yeah, go and subscribe to that. I've pinned the link to the top of the live chat as well. Guys, I'm going to get out of here now. Have a quick little refresh. And I'll see you at 6 p.m. on Big Up. Make sure you're all there.